Genghis Khan's story is one of resilience, ambition, and transformation. From humble beginnings to shaping the world as we know it, his life reminds us of humanity's boundless potential for greatness and destruction. Thank you for joining us as we explored the legacy of Genghis Khan. Temujin was born around 1162 into a tribal world of chaos and survival. His father, a tribal leader, was poisoned when Temujin was young, leaving the family to face poverty and betrayal. Yet, even in hardship, Temujin displayed extraordinary determination. Temujin's ability to inspire loyalty and fear allowed him to unite the fractured Mongol tribes. By 1206, he was declared Genghis Khan, the universal ruler. His vision extended beyond Mongolia. He dreamed of a world under his rule. The Mongol horde swept across Asia, conquering China, Persia, Central Asia, and parts of Europe. Genghis Khan's campaigns were ruthless, yet his empire ushered in an era of unprecedented cultural and economic exchange, the Pax Mongolica. Despite his fearsome reputation, Genghis Khan was more than a conqueror. He valued merit over aristocracy, supported literacy, and respected diverse cultures. His legacy continues to inspire awe and debate worldwide.
In the early 12th century, the world was a place of chaos and division. Among the tribes of the Mongolian steppes, no one could have predicted the rise of a man who would not only unite warring tribes, but change the course of history forever. A boy born into hardship, Genghis Khan would become a ruler whose empire spanned continents, and whose legacy still influences the world today. Temujin was born around 1162, in the unforgiving land of the Mongolian steppes. His early years were marked by tragedy. His father, Yesugei, the leader of the Mongol tribe, was poisoned by the Timeujin tribe, leaving the young boy and his family to fend for themselves. After the death of his father, Temujin's family was abandoned by their tribe, left to survive in isolation. The family faced starvation, and Temujin's early life was one of struggle and adversity. Yet, it was in these harsh conditions that Temujin learned the key to his future success: survival. From a young age, Temujin understood the importance of loyalty, resilience, and leadership. He quickly became a skilled hunter and warrior, learning the ways of the steppe. His bond with his mother and siblings would be the foundation upon which his rise would be built. So, by the time he was a teenager, Temujin had begun to attract followers with his charisma and natural leadership skills. His rise to power was not easy. He was betrayed by childhood friends, captured by rival tribes, and faced constant challenges to his survival, yet each setback only strengthened his resolve. One of the most pivotal moments in his early years was his capture by the Timeujin tribe. Temujin was taken prisoner and forced into slavery, but even in captivity his indomitable spirit refused to be broken. After escaping, he gathered his followers and began to rebuild his power. As he built his army, Temujin's leadership was defined by his fairness and ability to reward loyalty. His warriors were not just loyal to him because of fear, but because of respect and trust. This would become one of his key attributes in building an empire. During this time, Temujin's closest ally was Jamuka, a childhood friend. Together they fought side by side, but as time passed, their bond began to fracture. Their differences over leadership and strategies led to a bitter rivalry, culminating in a dramatic confrontation at the Battle of Dalan-Beljut in 1187. The battle ended in defeat for Temujin, and Jamuka, in a shocking move, executed 70 young warriors from Temujin's army by boiling them alive. This brutal act only fueled Temujin's resolve to defeat him. Despite the early defeat, Temujin's ambition never wavered. Over the next few years, he forged alliances with several Mongol tribes, proving his military genius and diplomatic skills. By 1206, after years of war and negotiation, Temujin achieved what no Mongol leader had ever done. He united the Mongol tribes under his rule. At a grand assembly, the Kurultai, Temujin was declared Genghis Khan, or universal ruler. This marked the birth of the Mongol Empire. But Genghis Khan's vision was not just of power, it was of unity. He implemented a new military structure that broke down the old tribal divisions. He promoted individuals based on merit, not birthright, and gave his generals unprecedented power. His army was divided into decimal units, a system that would become the foundation of Mongol military success. Once the Mongol tribes were united, Genghis Khan's gaze turned outward. His first major campaign was against the Khwarezmian Empire in Central Asia after a diplomatic envoy was brutally murdered. The Khwarezmian Shah, Ala ad-Din Muhammad, had made a grave mistake. He killed Genghis Khan's diplomats. The Mongol ruler retaliated with unrelenting force. The Khwarezmian Empire would be utterly destroyed, its cities razed and its people slaughtered. The Mongol army was known for its speed, organization, and ruthlessness. Entire cities fell to their might, and the legend of Genghis Khan's cruelty spread across Asia and Europe. But it wasn't just brutality. The Mongols also promoted trade, communication, and cultural exchange across their empire. Meanwhile, Genghis Khan's forces were also pushing southward into China, taking on the powerful Jin dynasty. His tactics of siege warfare and psychological warfare were unmatched, and cities that had long been symbols of Chinese strength were brought to their knees. As the Mongols moved westward, they encountered the vast armies of the Khwarezmian Empire, the Kievan Rus, and the kingdoms of the Caucasus. One by one, the Mongols crushed these forces, extending their reach into modern-day Russia, the Middle East, and Europe. But Genghis Khan was not just a conqueror, he was also an administrator. Under his rule, the Mongol Empire developed a sophisticated system of governance, including a postal system, legal code, and unified currency. The Yasa, his legal code, was strict but effective. It helped maintain order in an empire of diverse cultures, religions, and peoples. Trade flourished, and the famous Silk Road became safer for merchants and travelers. Though Genghis Khan's reign was marked by war and bloodshed, he also promoted religious tolerance, trade, and cultural exchange. His empire brought together the East and the West in ways never before seen, fostering the spread of ideas, technologies, and even diseases. Genghis Khan died in 1227, but his vision of a unified world would live on through his sons and grandsons. The empire continued to grow under his successors, and the Mongol Empire became the largest contiguous empire in history. The legacy of Genghis Khan is one that continues to shape the world today. His conquests, his leadership, and his empire have left an indelible mark on history. While his methods were often brutal, his achievements cannot be denied. Genghis Khan's story is one of ambition, perseverance, and vision. From the vast Eurasian steppes to the halls of European courts, Genghis Khan's influence remains a powerful force in world history. His name, like his empire, will endure for centuries to come. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.